All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a special charting tool that's designed to cut through all the chaos in the market. It's called Heikin. And if you've ever felt totally overwhelmed by all the wild price swings on a normal chart, this explainer is definitely for you. We're going to show you a way to see what the market's really doing.
Have you ever just stared at a price chart and thought, what is even happening here? You know, all those little up and down spikes, all that volatility. It can make it almost impossible to see which way the trend is actually going. Well, in trading, there's a name for that: market noise.
A great way to think about it is like trying to tune into a radio station, but all you get is a ton of static. The real music, the actual market trend, is in there somewhere, but it's buried under all that fuzzy, crackling noise. The goal, of course, is to get rid of that static so you can hear the signal loud and clear.
So what if you had a tool that could do just that? Something like a pair of noise-canceling headphones, but for your trading charts. Imagine being able to filter out all those tiny, distracting price movements and just see the pure underlying trend. Well, that's pretty much exactly what a Heikin chart does. See, a normal candlestick chart shows you the raw, unfiltered price, but Heikin is different. It uses a special formula to average out the price data, which smooths out the whole chart. And the result? It makes spotting the main trend way easier.
Okay, so how do you actually read one of these things? It's surprisingly simple, actually. Let's start with part 1, figuring out which way the trend is going.
First things first, you just look at the color. It's that easy. If the candles are green, the trend is up. If they're red, the trend is down. This super simple color coding gives you an instant read on the market's momentum, so you're not trying to guess what's happening on a messy, mixed color chart.
And, wow, when you see it on an actual chart, the difference is night and day. Look at those solid blocks of red. That's a clear, sustained downtrend. And then it's followed by a solid block of green, signaling a clean move up. That smoothing effect is what makes the trend pop right off the screen.
Okay, so color tells you the direction. Easy enough. But that's only half the story, right? Heikin can also tell you how strong a trend is. Let's get into part 2 and see how that works.
You see, the real secret to reading a trend's strength isn't just in the color, it's in something you might not even notice at first. Those little lines that stick out from the top and bottom of the candles. We call those shadows, or wicks, and trust me, they tell you a whole lot about the trend's momentum.
So here's the golden rule. You ready? When you see a bunch of green candles that have no lower shadows, no little wicks at the bottom, that's a sign of a really strong uptrend. It means buyers are totally in control. And on the flip side, a string of red candles with no upper shadows, that's a powerful downtrend where sellers are dominating.
Just look at this chart. See that big, powerful downtrend on the left? Almost all of those red candles are missing their upper shadows. And then, in the strong uptrend that follows, you can see the green candles have no lower shadows. That visual confirmation is one of the biggest advantages of using Heikin.
And you know these super strong candles? They've actually got a cool name. When a candle is missing a shadow on one end, traders call it a shaved candle. It's a great name because it literally looks like one side got a clean shave.
And it's really easy to remember. A green candle with a shaved bottom, meaning no wick on the bottom, screams strong upward momentum. And a red candle with a shaved head, no wick on top, tells you there's some serious downward momentum happening. And you know, the source material had a pretty funny take on this. For the shaved bottom candle, they suggested that shaved butt would have been a better name. A little cheeky maybe, but hey, you're not going to forget that one, are you?
All right, so let's pull all this together. What does this all mean for you? Could this be your new go-to trend tool?
When you boil it all down, Heikin is really good at a few key things. It helps you identify the trend's direction, just with a quick glance at the color. It lets you gauge the trend's strength by looking for those shaved candles. It does all this by filtering out all that distracting market noise. And the ultimate goal? To help you catch a trend and ride it for longer.
So this all leads to a really important question for you to think about. By smoothing everything out, Heikin definitely gives you a cleaner, simpler picture of the market. But, and this is a big but, that smoothing effect means the prices you see aren't the actual market prices, and the signals can sometimes lag a little. The big question is, while you're getting this beautifully clear picture, are you maybe missing some of the nitty-gritty details? That's the trade-off, and it's something every trader has to weigh for themselves.